If you're getting a S23 Ultra, consider this your warning. Make sure before you do anything with the phone, you put a screen protector on it. Yes, it's that sensitive. So I have my S23 Ultra. You've probably seen the videos I made the last couple of days. I got my phone a couple days ago. My screen protector, I actually ordered it. It showed up after my phone got here. But of course, I needed to make content, wanted to take it out of the box, wanted to start shooting some videos and stuff like that. So I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I just used it without a screen protector for one day. Thankfully, I didn't drop it. But of course, you could always drop it in this time period too. And this is not like a scare tactic video to try and get you to go buy a screen protector. I genuinely believe in them. And if you're interested in getting one, this is the one that I'm using. It's the AM Film HD Clear. Link in the description. It's like $11.99 and they have $2 off right now. It comes with a 2-pack and it even comes with the little covering for the lens protector on the back. So that way you're fully covered front and back. So what happened with mine? Well, I put it in my pocket while I went grocery shopping, and then that was it. I'm very, very, very particular, very cautious, very safe, I like baby the heck out of my phones, especially when there's no screen protector on it. I don't want to get it scratched up, right? Well, this has Gorilla Glass Victus 2, and that's the latest and greatest you can get, all that good stuff. Well, it didn't quite hold up and do very much shielding from getting scratches on my screen. So you can't see them right here, but I'm going to do some overlay video. You can see it now. So what happened is I basically put it in my pocket for a little bit while I went grocery shopping. Even when I went to the dentist today, I even carried my phone in my hand. I didn't even put it in my pocket. I'm very, very, very particular about it. I didn't want any micro abrasions. This happened with the phone of mine before. Lo and behold, it has micro abrasions all over it. Now, you're probably wondering, okay, what's a micro abrasion? Well, micro abrasions is very much similar to like what you get in your car, and like why you need to avoid using those automatic car washes, because what happens is you'll go use them and they'll get grit built up in those little brushes they use, and they'll end up putting those little swirl marks and these surface scratches in your clear coat. Basically kind of the same thing. So it's not a super deep scratch. It's not something that's going to really mess up the enjoyment of using your phone, but they'll be there. And the best way you can see them, like if you're looking face on, sometimes you can't even see them. But if you start kind of moving the screen around in the light, you're like, holy cow, look at all those little micro abrasions and micro scratches that you got over your screen. So that's a big reason to get the screen protector. Of course, you want the screen protector to prevent against actual deep scratches, which can impact the performance and enjoyment of your phone. And you also want to keep your screen intact if you accidentally drop it. You don't want to mess it up. And this has been going on for a long time. So originally, back in the day, Gorilla Glass 3 is my favorite of all time. It was very, very good, very, very hard surface density. And this is kind of like a lot like titanium. Titanium, the tensile strength is super insanely strong. Like you can't break it, right? You can't snap it in half, you can't break it, you can't bend it, none of that stuff. But titanium on the surface is actually pretty soft. So what happens is you end up getting, like I have a titanium and gold wedding band. And the titanium, like, it has so many surface abrasions in it, you can't even buff them out because it's titanium, of course. So then you see all the little scratches will build up over time. So if you don't put a screen protector on here, even if you don't ding it, even if you don't gouge it, even if you don't drop it, what's going to happen is over time, you're just going to get all of these little surface abrasions in it. And then as you turn it around in the light, you're just going to see all these little scratches all over your screen. I got a whole bunch of them in just one day. And that was just a brief period of time in my pocket. And you're probably wondering, how in the world do you get micro abrasions in your shorts pocket? Because I'm just wearing these Under Armour, like cotton nylon polyester blend shorts, whatever. I don't even know what they are. What happens is somehow or another little sand particles or something gets in there, and that's what causes these scratches. It's not actually the cotton fiber. It's other stuff that gets in there that you just pick up along the way. It happens to everybody. You don't even think about it until you get into an instance like this, and you've got a really expensive phone, you don't have a screen protector, you put it in your pocket, and voila. It's like an oven for getting micro abrasions on your phone. So, put a screen protector on there. And I want to talk briefly about two things here. So, some people don't like to use the film style. I like the film style because, one, they're super thin. You can't even hardly tell they're on there. They don't take away from the typing experience. The fingerprint scanner usually works just as well as it does without having one on there. And it doesn't mess with the haptics. So a lot of times when you get haptics and stuff like that, you have the vibration motor, you enjoy how it is when you're typing it. When you put a glass screen protector on there, sometimes it can alter that and it won't quite work the same. The key press won't be as sensitive. You'll have to turn up the sensitivity for the screen and the settings, which of course you can do. But there's a give and take for both of them. Like I said, you can get this AM film one, comes with a 2-pack, get the 2 protectors also for the back camera. It's like 12 bucks. And again, as of right now, there's like a $2 coupon, $10, no brainer. Like super, super easy, very easy to install. And then you could spend like the $30, $40 bracket and get a white stone dome glass or something of that caliber. Now, there are some glass screen protectors, and I've been turned off on them for a long time when it comes to the curved edge displays. Why? Because you don't get uniform adhesion unless you use one of the special ones with the adhesive and the UV light and all that stuff, and those work the best, and they also work the best with the fingerprint scanner. But a lot of times if you use a glass screen protector with a smartphone, a lot of times they might not even work with your fingerprint scanner. So you have to make sure, do some research, get one that's compatible. You never know. Some of them might work, some of them might not. And this is particularly important when it comes to optical ones. So the ultrasonic fingerprint scanner works, and it works with the white stone dome glass, I know for sure. And it works with these film style ones, no problem. And you've got also, Spigen makes one, I think it's called like the NeoFlex or something like that. Pretty much any one of them. There's another one that's called Armor Shield, Armor Suit, something like that. I've used a couple different ones. They all work pretty darn well, and they last for a long time. And it's funny, my S22 Ultra, I had the same one for a year on there. And it was funny, I was with a buddy of mine at the Unpacked event, and I was bragging about how it was in such good condition a year later. And then I put it in my hoodie, and I was moving around, walking all over San Francisco, and I pulled it out at the end of the day, and it had gotten messed up. I was like, dadgummit. Which was particularly frustrating because they were installing free ones at the Samsung Experience store. I was like, I don't need one, mine's still perfect. And then I messed it up. So anyway, put a screen protector on it. Don't be like me. Don't get these surface abrasions. Normally, I don't have a problem with this because normally I order my screen protector in advance. But here's what happened. I pre-ordered my S23 Ultra the day they became available. It wasn't supposed to show up until the 17th. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, by the way, it's going to show up on the 14th. But then if you looked at the link, it said the 13th. So it got here sooner than I expected. I went ahead and I ordered the film style screen protector, the AM film. I knew that's what I wanted to get, but I thought I had some time. I just didn't order it soon enough. So yeah, it got here a day after my phone. But again, like I said, I wanted to make the videos, all that great stuff. I did it. It's not the end of the world. You can't even tell underneath here. You can't see any of them once you put the screen protector on. So that's just kind of a silver lining if you do happen to get some micro abrasions on your screen. It's not the end of the world if you just get a few of them, but if you want to try and carry this around for a prolonged amount of time, and you're like, I don't need a screen protector, I've never used one before, I don't care about that stuff, you could end up getting a lot of them on there. And that's because, going back to what I was talking about earlier, Gorilla Glass now focuses much more on shatter resistance than it does the density of the screen. So you can either have a really, really hard contact surface and you're not going to get a bunch of scratches, but it's easier to shatter, or you can have the less shatter prone, but it's a softer and it's easier to scratch. So I guess they figure the give and take is they'd rather have people not shatter their screen. But again, put a screen protector on there. If you put a glass one, you're going to be really good to go because you don't even have to worry about that unless you like really, really mess it up, like run over it with your car or something. But there's pros and cons to all of it. Price, design, how it works with the phone, all those different things to take into consideration. I've got links in the description for this one, the AM film, also for the white stone dome glass as well, depending on which route you want to go. I highly, highly, highly recommend you get one and put it on there as soon as you take your phone out of the box, and then you'll never have to worry about this problem, right? And also, if you're watching this while it's still during the pre-order phase, here's another thing. You want to get a good case for it too. And I've got the Samsung leather case, which I like a lot. I'll go ahead and put it on here. I just made a video yesterday talking about the cases, did some review stuff. I love the Samsung leather case. And then I also have the silicone case with the strap. Both of these are great options. If you can still get this during the pre-order time, I've got a link in the description. You can click on that. You can go still get your Samsung credit. You can get the free storage upgrade. That also comes along with a RAM upgrade, because it's 256 gigabytes baseline storage, but you can get the 512 for free. That bumps you up to the 12 gigabytes of RAM, and you get the free Samsung credit. You can buy some cases, get yourself a nice 45-watt charger, all that jazz, and make out like a bandit if you're in the market for that. Now, again, if you've got an S22 Ultra, I don't recommend trading that in for $500. That's not a very good thing to do. But if you're in the market, it's your upgrade cycle, you've got something you want to get rid of, sure, you can make it worth your while, because once the pre-order phase ends, you don't get all those freebies anymore until Samsung gets desperate in a month or two and they start selling more stuff and offering more things again. So the thing with Samsung is If it's not available the way you want it now, give it a couple of months and come back. They'll still be trying to sell them. So that's all I've got in this video. Just wanted to forewarn you, let you know, Gorilla Glass Victus 2, it scratches like crazy. You get micro abrasions like nobody's business. Put a screen protector on it. Never have to worry about it again. And don't be like me. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments, please go in the comments section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoyed the video, if you found this helpful, if you learned something from me and my mistakes, and please, well, hit the like and the subscribe button if you like to be here and watch this stuff. And if not, then, well, it's great having you by. Hope you come back again sometime soon. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.